So today I want to challenge you with something that separates the average from the great, the comfortable from the unstoppable. And the title of today's podcast is Beat Your Best. So we are going to talk about beat yesterday, but beat your best. Now, I'm not talking about competing with other people here. I'm talking about competing with yourself. And because most successful people today are in the 1 percentile, which I absolutely strive for in many different ways, they don't just settle for one victory. One victory just doesn't cut it. One victory is nice, but that's not what it's all about. It's actually about winning every single time. And they're consistently asking, how can I improve just 1% per day or just 1% per week? Either way, you're improving every single day to get there. And here's a fact that might surprise you. We learn 10 times more from defeat than we do from victory. There's not a whole lot of learning that comes from winning. Matter of fact, we win, we put the trophy on the shelf, and we go on, right? So that's why we can never get too comfortable, even when we're winning every single day. This might be a new concept for you. You might think, is that all that's life is about, Greg, is winning? Well, there's many different Bible verses for this, but we're not made to be average. God didn't create a beautiful world to be average. God didn't create gold streets because he wasn't about quality. So today I'm going to share why beating your best matters, how to do it, and what it produces in your life. Hey, this is Greg McAfee, and welcome to the Greg McAfee Show. Now let's get started. Hey, welcome back to the Greg McAfee Show, where we discuss steps to successful entrepreneurship, how to take your business to that next level, and ultimately follow your dreams. So, beat your best. To me, that sounds extremely motivating. It sounds extremely driven. I'm driven to beat my best. I'm driven to beat my yesterday. So what we're going to talk about today is why beating your best matters, how to do it, what it produces, and let's make it happen here. So number one, never let a win become your finish line. Never let a win become your finish line. It's not over yet. Victory feels good and we should celebrate it. How long is entirely up to you, but it shouldn't be too long. John Maxwell talks about this a lot. You get so many days to celebrate. You get so many days to sulk and to cry about something. I mean, basically, life's up. You got ups and downs in life, rather, and things are going to go well and things are going to go wrong. So you get so many days to deal with both. But a win should never be a place we stop. It should be the place we start. In other words, a lot of people say, I can't wait to get back to normal. Well, there is no normal. There's only next. Growth lives just beyond that last win. Growth lives just beyond that last win. The people who keep rising in business, in fitness, in faith, and in life, they use their wins as a springboard for that next level. They stay humble and they stay hungry. I've got many podcasts here on stay dissatisfied, stay uncomfortable, stay humble, stay hungry. The result is sustained growth and a long-term dominance. Think about that. Number two, Learn more from defeat than victory. Here's the tough truth. Losses teach us far more than trophies ever will. When we win, we celebrate. But when we lose, we analyze. We look at what went wrong and how to fix it. What could I have done differently to be closer to that win than that loss? A win hides weaknesses. A loss reveals them. And that's where the gold is. You have to know, you have to reveal your weaknesses in order to win the next time. Did you know that some of the greatest breakthroughs in life, in my personal life, came because I failed first? I will say this again. I had someone come in my office today, young guy, about 35 years of age, and he is a sponge. He wants to own his own car dealership. It's been in his family for many years, many decades, and he wants to own his own car dealership. So he is a sponge. He is a sponge on this. And he came into my office and we talked for almost 2 hours. You know, he was taking many mental notes. We really had a good time. I learned a few things from him, and I hope he learned a lot from me. But he knows that some of the greatest breakthroughs in business and life came from failing first. And I told him I never had anyone put $1 in my account in 35 years and say, here you go. This will help you grow your business. Okay. And I'm glad I didn't, but nobody ever helped me. It was uphill most of the time, very little downhill. It was uphill. It was an uphill battle. I learned every day was a learning experience, what to do, what not to do. And he shared the same thing. Nothing came easy for him. He was raised in a home that it wasn't good. His mom had a lot of drug problems, but it just wasn't good. And nobody ever helped him. He had a desire to succeed and be successful, and he's striving for that at 35 years of age. And I'm extremely proud of him. And he's just extremely a motivating young man to me, 35, maybe you're 35. You're young. When you're my age, 35 is definitely young. So the result of learning from your failure first is gaining wisdom, resilience, and fewer repeated mistakes. The less mistakes you can make, the better. But you've got to make many mistakes to learn from. But eventually you want to get to a point where you're not repeating those mistakes. Number 3, compete against yesterday's you. We talk a lot about the future you, but yesterday's you, we need to beat. We need to beat every day, because your real competition isn't the guy down the street or the business next to the other city next to you, rather. Your real competition is who you were yesterday. Your biggest rival should be who you were yesterday. And if you're getting just 1% better every day, you'll be recognizable a year from now in the best way possible, and you will beat yesterday. And the result is relentless self-improvement and higher standards that elevate every part of your life. Number 4, we stay sharp, because comfort is a killer. Comfort will just kill you. It will destroy you. It feels good in the moment, but it kills your edge. People who keep pushing themselves, they don't get dull. They stay sharp. They're constantly learning, reading, training, and refining their skills every single day. That's how you get 1% better every day. Comfort dulls talent. Constant improvement sharpens talent. When you refuse to coast, because remember, when you're coasting, you're doing what? You're going downhill. But when you refuse to coast, you keep the mindset and skills that lead to long-term success. And the result is consistent high performance and breakthroughs that others can only dream of. It actually creates a lot of enviness and jealousy. I'll just be upfront. It'll create a lot of enviness and jealousy when you're constantly winning. When you're constantly winning and wanting to win, it's not fair. Well, get over it. It's very fair. It's called life, and I want to win. I'm in it to win it. And lastly, God expects growth. It's pretty obvious. Everything he's made here on earth grows. If it's not growing, it dies. This is spiritual, folks. God gave us talents, gifts, and opportunities, and he expects us to grow them, not hide them, not bury them. He expects us to grow them and use them. God gave you gifts. He expects a return on his investment. In Matthew 25, Jesus talks about the servant who buried his talent instead of multiplying it. God wants us to work. By the way, it didn't go well for him. God wants us to work, improve, and make an impact for his glory. Heaven. Witness to others. What kind of witness are you if you're comfortable with status quo in your company? Your team will get very comfortable as well. You won't be going anywhere. You definitely won't be growing every year. And we should be growing anywhere from, I'm going to say, personally, I'm going to say between 15 and 25% because 10% is not enough. I've said this before, but if you can only do 10% or less, go work for someone else, you'll make more money. They would love to have you, too. So, the result is divine favor, deeper purpose, and a legacy that inspires others. A legacy that will inspire your children. A legacy that will inspire future generations. So here's my challenge for you today. And for me, myself. Oh, remember, I've got one finger pointing at you. I got three pointing back at me. Don't settle for yesterday's wins. We can't. We can't. It's called stagnation. It's called comfortable. And don't let comfortable steal your potential because it will. You'll get in the habit of being comfortable. You will like it because it's comfortable. You know, whoever named the chair the lazy boy was a genius. But it doesn't get you out of the chair and make things happen. It keeps you in the chair because it's comfortable. Look at every defeat as a classroom, not a coffin. It's not the end of the world when you lose. It's just the beginning. That's how you win the next time. And if you quit after you lose, what potential has been lost there? All the opportunities went down the drain. You should have learned a lot from losing so you can win the next time. And then lastly, compete with yourself and beat your best. Like I talked about, beat your best. Because the truth is, if you're not improving, you're regressing. And I believe God has more for you and me than where we are right now. The future looks brighter for those who see it and make things happen and don't give up. And remember, a win is nice, but comfort is a killer. Beat your best. Until next time, keep pushing, keep building, and stay driven. So before we wrap up, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe below. You can also support this podcast by rating and reviewing on iTunes or your preferred listening platform. Keep listening. I'll do my best to keep challenging you. And don't forget, follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Greg McAfee Show. No spaces, no underscores. Be sure to tune in next week. I got some good stuff going on. Thanks for listening. As always, carry on. God bless. Make this day the best day of your life, because we're not promised tomorrow. I'll see you next week.